Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Acres of Clay. I'm Rhonda, and today I thought it would be a perfect day to do a garden tour. It is August 1st, and I think my last garden tour was in the first part of July. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and look. But I want to show you how everything is growing this time of the year for us. I'm going to start back here. This is the front garden area behind me, and I'll walk you through that. Hopefully this video doesn't take forever, but I have a lot to show you, so let's get started. So here's a quick glimpse of everything in the front. Okay, I'll start over here at the end where I have my late planted tomatoes, and those are flowering. I only have a few tomatoes actually growing. You can see these, and there's one down there, but they kind of had a late start. And some of these ones that are in the front, they're really small. These are all volunteer. They were there last year and they just came up. These here, I didn't show you these earlier, but these are a bean. They're called a wing bean. Once they start producing, I'm definitely going to show you what they look like. That is new to me. I shouldn't have planted them there, but hindsight, if I do get some, then I will save those seeds and plant them next year if I like them. Alright, over here, Brussels sprouts. They're not doing a whole lot yet, not producing anything. They're just getting little sprouts on the sides, as you can see. But they're just growing. They're not really doing anything. I have some tomatillos here. Those are not, well, they're producing. They're just not ready yet. Duke the rooster sees me and is having a fit. Sorry about that. I have 4 head of cabbage here that are getting ready to, just about ready to harvest those. So, and then at the end I have some cauliflower. My beans are kind of dormant right now. They went through their first production, and now they're starting to put forth new flowers, like you can see this. So it won't be long and I'll have more beans, but I haven't really picked beans in a few days. So this is the mint growing wild, and I have chives in here, and I have basil back in there. This is a summer squash. Something happened to it a few days ago and it decided to just die. I don't know. I watered it last night. It may pull through this younger part here, but all that died. And then I have one on the other side that did the exact same thing. The zucchini here is doing really good. I just picked some, so I don't think there's any growing. We've harvested a lot of zucchini out of here so far. Next row is my peanuts. Those are really starting to take off finally. I think they like the heat. Down there is a little bushier than these. I think I pay more attention to the ones down there. I have a row of carrots that are doing really good, probably about ready to harvest. The onions, not real happy with this variety of onion. I can't remember the name of it, but it isn't putting forth big fruit, not yet anyways. And then I have a row of peppers. I have like a sweet pepper and then a hot pepper. These are broccoli. This is broccoli. Then I have cauliflower here. So that is all I have in that garden. But over here, this is the grapevines are doing really well. I have a really tall sunflower. It's probably 12 foot tall, way up there. These are my Scarlet Runners. Well, these aren't scarlet, but they are runner bean. This is the Scarlet Runners. and I've only harvested one bean off of it. It does not, for some reason, it will flower, but there's no beans coming. And I don't know why. Both sides. Actually, I thought I found one bean growing on this one. I don't remember where it was. But yeah, so they're flowering, but they're not putting forth any fruit. I don't know why either. But what I would think is this was all flowers all along here, and I would have thought these would have all been fruit or beans. So not so here. Grapes are doing really good. Grapes are actually taking over this trellis and climbing all over it. This garden here, it's got kale, it's got my parsnips, lettuce. I've got lettuce that is starting to bolt, so it's about done. Swiss chard. I've got noodle beans starting to grow up at that side, and I have some cabbage. I planted a little bit of beans right here, and I have some onions hiding down in there. So that is the front part of the garden. Here's the back garden. I have another late started tomato here that has not put forth any fruit yet. It's just starting to blossom. I'm pretty sure there's no tomatoes down in here. I think this is 3 tomato plants. 2 or 3, can't remember. And then I have my watermelon, which I'm getting lots of little melons. You see them in there? I have a few different varieties. So there's a couple over hiding in there. And then this is a different variety over here. Let's see. I know I've got a couple. There's one in here. And there's one. So the watermelon are doing good. Got one here. See that? So, I haven't been looking to see how many cantaloupe we have. There's a few in there. Alright. The raised beds are doing really good. This bed, I've got holy basil, a pepper plant. Let's see if I can show you. There's some peppers in here. The sun may not be allowing me to get a good view, but lots of peppers on them. This is stevia. I've harvested some of the stevia and dehydrated it. I need to do some more. This is kale. We've been eating off of this kale. Another sunflower. This had lettuce, arugula, bolted and went to seed. I still have one flowering arugula, so I just left that. So this trellis here has the noodle beans. And one side is the purple noodle bean and the other side is the green beans. Green have been producing for quite a while. I've been harvesting off of them for many weeks now. But the purple ones have just kind of started within the last week or so. So these are the purple. And when the flower falls off, you can see that's what it starts to look like. And then it gets a little bit bigger. And then it gets a little bit bigger. I should probably harvest these. These are probably a good size to eat them at. But yeah, some more. But this isn't completely closed in yet. The beans still have a ways to go. But right now they're putting forth a lot of fruit. So down here is my eggplant. The eggplants have grown probably pretty big since the last I showed you. And we're even getting a little bit of fruit. Let's see if I can see one. Right there. Right there's one. So that's exciting. Love watching that grow. And there's broccoli all in here. This is late broccoli. I have one that's making a head right down in here. So that won't be much longer. Over here's the celery. So the celery has a really good dark green color to it. I do think it's time to harvest. Because if you look here, it looks like celery. So the only thing is, I think it's time to harvest. I don't really know when to harvest this, but I did notice that, here it is, this one here, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's starting to flower, so I think that's not a good sign. You probably shouldn't let it flower. So I think within, I'm going to do a little bit of research, but within the week or so I'm going to harvest the celery. The herb box is doing really good. And then this is potatoes. Those are looking really good. And then in between, in the middle here, I have parsnips. So those are doing good also. So that's the front boxes. Let's go back here. I'll take you to the outer side. Oh, and I have potatoes growing in here, and those are looking good too. This is a jelly melon that's starting to climb nicely. Here's my wall of tomatoes. Some of these are pretty tall. And here's one. So it's just starting. Fruit is just starting on this. You can just see it. And here's a couple. But the further we go down here, the more tomatoes you're going to start seeing. So the different varieties. This one here, I think is going to be a yellow tomato. These ones look great. All up in there. There's new growth up in there. Hello, you're fine. Alright, so then we're gonna go down here. And then we have the Amish paste tomato. So this is Amish paste. This is Amish paste. Right here is an almost ready one. But these are growing really good. I'm very happy with the Amish paste. And the size of these is incredible. These, I didn't even know a paste tomato could get this big. So I'm happy with those. And this is a mushroom basket. I think I've shown you this one before. And they grow really well too. They look really neat. So this is the mushroom basket. And here's another Amish paste. moving right along to the rest of the beds. Kajari melon. For some reason, this plant just struggled. It was doing really, really well, and then all of a sudden, it decided to die, or part of it died. But I do have a few melons growing. Here's one. Yeah, the other one is on the other one's on the other side. So these are green beans, and these are the dragon egg cucumbers. Dragon egg cucumbers. I picked these yesterday, so I don't know if there's any ready today. But they did really well. And so with this, wow, this is the crystal apple cucumber, and I have a morning glory in there. This thing grew, and it produced a lot, or it's still producing a lot. You can see there's still some growing in there. But yeah, I mean, the vine is growing right up with the morning glory. It's really neat. I got more beans along here. Just the wall of tomatoes. And this is the, what is this one? The lemon cucumber. This one's done really well too. I picked these also yesterday. Here's one. Not sure if you can see that. There's one. And then these are the Luca Melons, or Mexican gherkin cucumbers. Here's one. It's just starting to put forth little fruit. See this right here? So yeah, they're starting. I'm gonna let them grow a little bit bigger, and then we'll probably pickle them. But this is really grown. This bushed out like crazy at the bottom, and now it's trellising up. But also it wants to trellis all over everywhere. Oh, and here's my rat's tail radishes. So this is how they've grown. They flower, they grow, and this is what you eat. This is the radish part. So it doesn't grow a radish under the ground. It just grows this, and it tastes just like a radish. Peppers. Let's see. I think this is an Ozark Giant, and they've got some fruit on them. A little bit of fruit. Here's one over here that the Luca Melons are. So there's a row of peppers right in here too, but the Luca Melons just kind of took over. And I'm sure there's peppers in there, but they're hard to see. And I have a big sunflower in the bed. A little bee right there. Alright. So more peppers. You can see the fruit here. Here. And these are the yellow monster peppers. So this one here is starting to turn a little bit. This one here is starting to turn a little bit. And this one here is starting to turn a little bit. I have some arugula planted along here. And then more peppers. Here's the one that's almost ready to pick. These ones are a nice long, slender but long pepper. And yeah. This is the, it's not a habanero, it's the habanada. It's like a habanero, but it's not hot. It's got no heat to it. Actually, I have not tasted it. I'm waiting for them to turn orange and to see if there's any little bit of heat to it. But these things bushed out greatly, and they're, yeah, I'm really happy how they turned out or how they're growing. And here's another kind of pepper growing here. And here's starting to turn. Behind me I have cauliflower, 2 heads. These, I think I'm going to harvest these today. Both of these. And I have a recipe I'm going to try and can those. I think it's sweet. Almost a sweet recipe. A sweet pickling recipe. So here's the last bed on this side. And this is all tomatoes on this side. Well, alright, tomatoes and tomatillos. The tomatillos are growing. Nothing's ready yet though. So you see them all in there. Here are some more tomatoes. These ones I was just going to kind of let do their own thing. Then they were just going all over. So I staked a couple of them and now I can see their fruit. These ones are producing good fruit right here. You can see these tomatoes. Alright, on this side of the bed I have more peppers. This one here, these here are hot peppers and they're just starting to put forth fruit. These were planted quite late, but these have little peppers growing. There's another jalapeno. This is a jalapeno. These are sheep nose peppers. Random watermelon growing in here. 2 of them. And I don't know how they got there, but I just let them go. They're starting to turn. This one's pretty much ready to go. And then a different variety, can't remember the name of it, but there's a couple of these that are ready over here. Here's one. So that's that bed. Ooh, it looks like a jungle from here, don't it? Okay, now we'll go over here on this side. So this is cabbage, and under here I have Swiss chard and a couple, and these are really late cabbage, and then an earlier cabbage I have under here, and then there's Swiss chard. These all along here, these are pumpkins, everything else is squash. So that's starting to look pretty good. Squash I've had a little trouble with. I've had a lot of pest issues. So, alright, did a turn around here. Here's the last of the tomatoes. I have 1 cucumber plant here. The other 2 or 3 died unexpectedly, just like the Kajari melon. My mower don't fit between here, so sorry. I have tall weeds in between each of these rows. I plan to do wood chips between all of these. I have not got that far. This is a row of potatoes, another, a young row of cucumbers right here. Just planted them a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago, and the other row of cucumbers is starting to produce, so I will be pickling and making relish here very shortly. Yeah, those look good. I have a row of green beans all down here. You can see this is all green beans, weeds. And I have another row of green beans I put in here, thinking that the raspberry plants wouldn't really bother them or shade them yet this year. Raspberries are doing very well, and I think most of them are done producing. This one here has one. So, and then over here are my containers with potatoes. I am loving this. I really like these potatoes. I'm excited to see how well they did in here. I do have to water them a little bit more, I think, but other than that, I just really like growing them in here. So I will bring you guys along when I harvest these potatoes for sure. So that's my garden tour for the first part of August. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you're having a very blessed day. Until next time, take care.